Hello, my name is Conor McGoey from Inside Up Games. I am the founder and CEO of the company, and I've dragged along my poor family to help me out at the show. This is Terminus, which I'll be showing you very quickly. It is a new release. We'll be releasing at Gen Con this year. And it is probably the heaviest game I will publish with the company. It's about 25 to 30 minutes per player, and it's all built around this rondel at the top of the board. It is a route building game, but the focus really is this rondel. In the game, there are 3 years, and every year has 3 times around the loop. So if you can imagine, that is 9 total loops for a game. Whoever has the most points wins. Players will be moving their little player marker along the rondel, always with forward movement. They can never stop or move backwards. Sorry, stay still. They can't stop, I guess. You will be placing a worker at a place, activating that action ability. In the top left, you have developments. These developments are action bonuses, and they must be color-coded to the different zones in town, so they can only be built where allowed. We have residential, commercial, and industrial zones. Those will give them the bonuses to the player who owns them for the rest of the game. Up here in the purple section, we have the prestige or victory point section of the board. Players can get their own personal agendas, which will remain secret from other players, or they can compete for the public projects available to everybody. In the top right, we have upgrades. Upgrades are limited in numbers, and they will go onto the player board. As players purchase them, they make their board an asymmetrical board for each game and can differentiate themselves from the other players. Up here on the bottom right, we have the blueprints, permits, and power. Those are the 3 different resources that are a fixed number, and they are in a variable market. As you can see, the cost going up and down as those different resources are purchased and taken and replaced in the stacks. Construction is a free resource, which is wonderful, but unfortunately it also takes up room on your player board as you are limited to 8 different resources. The construction is important. As you can see on the board, it is used to move this capacity marker. Players are limited to building only the stations to the left of that capacity, so they need to make sure that they're constantly watching and upgrading their capacity when possible. If they've done a good job, their capacity has been upgraded, they have the rails needed, then maybe if they've planned well, they'll be building the routes on their turn, paying some permits in construction as well as some blueprints to lay both rails and stations and stops around town, creating new routes or even running through your opposition, trying to create the best subway system you can and focusing on those objectives that you've set up in the game. This will be out, so it's landing on the shore shortly. Then we'll fulfill to our backers, and then it should be in retail in the next month and a half.
What's the MSRP?
It should be approximately around 59 USD. I know it's weird because I'm a Canadian in Europe right now talking in USD, but if I told Canadian dollars, no one would understand me.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you very much.